Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, good morning. I got so many sayings. Listen to me. Lots and lots and lots to discuss. Okay. I felt like that was all over the place. I'm not nervous talking about this stuff, guys, but I do feel a little anxiety, and I think it's because everybody's stressing, okay? Hold on. See? Told you. Listen to me. Okay. I'm gonna break some things down. Where's my favorite stone? Oh, my favorite stone literally looks like a foot. Okay. I love it, I love it, I love it. So, let me just put that right there for you guys. Isn't that the coolest little thing ever? Anywho, okay? I want to address some things before we start addressing all the questions. I really want you guys to absorb what it is I'm saying. I really want you to consider what it is I'm saying, because this is my belief, okay? Spirit's belief. It just really depends on who works with who, okay? I know I work with ascended masters, archangels. I work with I work with quite the force, okay? Which is special, okay? So it's hard for me to get out and all my thoughts all at one time, and making sure I get everything. So I wrote some things down. I got some stuff in my head. I tried to think about it last night, and I was like, I can't really do that because it it stresses me out. It gives me anxiety because I can feel you guys. I know where you guys are at, okay? And I will tell you, this was not an easy journey for me at all, okay? Just so we're clear. I just happened to go through awakening and awakenings, and you just keep having them so you find your higher self, okay? This was a pivot point for me. I'm awaken is no joke. Awaken. You will know where you're at in your awakening, okay? You will, because certain things will just make sense, fall into place. Feelings will go away. Those feelings will always be there. I'm going to break things down as we go, okay? So we're going to take little breaks here and there. I'm literally going to say, listen, I'm taking, a 10-minute break or whatnot. You guys too. All right, pause the video, absorb what I said. So I want to explain. Kessel really wants to get in my drawer. Hold on. I never let him, but for some reason I'm like, all right, you can. Go ahead, Papa. I want to explain a few things first, okay? On why it is you're possibly feeling the way you're feeling, okay? And why we're stressed out and all this stuff, okay? So let me break down. You know how I'm always saying, be careful who you watch, okay? Make sure you're only watching so many tarot readers, okay? I will tell you, I know how obsessive one can come over this twin flame. Oh, I didn't button that. Over that twin flame. I can't do that right now. A twin flame reunion, okay? Being with a twin flame, having intimacy with a twin flame, and the obsessive part of a twin flame. When I tell you I was obsessed with my twin, obsessed with my twin. Couldn't figure it out, okay? Texting. Okay? I met him almost 3 years ago. So, and have I popped in on him a couple times over the last year? Yeah. Has he wanted anything to do with me over the last year? Not really. Does he try to talk to me telepathically and dream about me and all this stuff. Yeah, because they want to keep that link for their own selfish reasons when they're not in the right mind frame. I don't know if my twin's going to watch this or not. I don't know if he does. Frankly, I feel like he does sometimes, but in all reality, I don't know. Okay, because he's not even okay with what I do. He can't understand it. Okay, not everybody can understand what people do for a living and why they choose what they choose to do. But that don't matter to me. Okay, I'm doing what I came to do. My twin woke me up. Okay, so I'm talking a good 8 months ago. I texted my twin almost every single day. Just random stuff with no replies, no nothing. But it didn't matter because I felt like I was having that spiritual relationship with him. Whether he was getting back to me or not, and he wasn't, okay, here and there, but he really wasn't, guys, okay, but I still did it, all right, because it made me feel better. I actually felt like to him, he was my journal. I wanted him to know what I was up to, what I was doing, how I felt, okay, but that's me. Was it a little obsessive? Yeah. Did I learn my lesson? No. All right, but that's before I started really breaking down lessons and what things were, okay? So that's why I'm saying, like, when I tell you I was nuts, okay? Been there with all of you guys. Same place you guys have all been. And I watched tarot over and over and over and twin flames and trying to figure it out and getting as much information. I couldn't process everything that was going on, okay? But that's why I'm always saying be real careful about who you watch. For instance, somebody did a link. I don't know, and I went to go hit it, and then it actually came, a twin flame tarot reader came on, and I was like, that's weird, I didn't hit that. I'm like, so I better listen. I know when I gotta listen. I know when I'm directed to certain stuff now, okay? There's a reason for everything, okay? Welcome to Mama. So I'm watching, and I'm listening. I'm listening to it last night, okay? And she's throwing the cards. And the devil comes up and this, and this. And she's talking and she seemed, I don't know, aggravated. Like, I couldn't explain it. And then she's like, well, he has next week. And she made a comment because everyone's like, she was live. So she made a comment and she said, I'm going to try to keep my comments. I'm going to try to keep what I'm saying to a limit because people have been commenting saying, you know, when you stop and comment when you're live, you get, you know, distracted and, you know, it breaks up the reading and blah, 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 blah. So then she took it personally. And she's like, I have 5,000 comments to read every day and I try and blah, 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 but like nasty. And she's like, sometimes I don't even want to put the effort in, nor do I have the time to put the effort in. Do I need a new deck of cards? I do, but I don't have the time to go get a new deck of cards. Can I afford a new deck of cards? I was like, what? I went to click out of it, okay? I just got goosebumps. I went to click out of it, and it took me to, like, another part of her video. So I'm like, what the frig? I'm like, okay. So her twin walks in the room, and this is her twin, okay? And he comes over, and he's like, hi, like, showing off of the camera, being silly and genuine, you know, nothing wrong with that. And then she gave him a kiss, and her whole energy shifted, okay? And when she smiled at him, it was so genuine, okay? It was a beautiful moment that they shared, but at the same time, I said to myself as I'm comparing, I'm looking at her energies, and I'm thinking to myself, what kind of freaking persona are you giving to the world right now, to ladies and gents out there that are struggling? You're basically saying, you're putting it out there like, look at, like, my twin comes in the room and all of a sudden, like, I'm just a better person and I'm happy and I'm uplifted and, you know, he just changed my whole day. What the frig? twins are normal, guys. Okay, like they have their moments. They're like other relationships, not really normal, but other relationships. Okay, like you have a good day, you have a bad day. All right, your twin, you do not, your world does not revolve around your twin. And she's putting it out there like that, and I was freaking just blown away. First of all, her energy sucked ass. Okay, and she had like 40,000 subscribers. I think to myself, what the frig are you guys doing and watching? I understand when readers have a hard day and they're tired and exhausted, but to complain and tell people you don't have the money and I got to get through umpteenth readings, you have the money to buy a new deck of cards. So I don't know what that was all about, but it was disturbing, okay? And then Ben just given the persona that, you know, her life just got 10 times better because her twin was home. So her life revolves around her twin. So what freaking lesson has she learned? How long are they actually going to survive in that relationship? Not long. Not long. Okay? So, what are you doing? You want to sit? We want to be one that told them, Mama, I did to love you. I did to love you. So I was freaking blown away. And then I thought to myself, have you guys ever just put on a tarot reader that you like, okay? And instantly you're like, subscribe. You want to know why? Because you related to the video. But how much of the video did you actually relate to? Because I know for a damn fact, you can take something and try to make it relate so it's your story. And it's not true. All right, this is not one story just being told all the time. That's the same with my readings, guys. You take what resonates and that's it. You have to know when they're not talking about you. I literally watched 2 tarot readers. Two. I have no need to watch any other one, okay? And I know how it can stress you out and put you in a different energy. Okay, what if the tarot reader says, you know, you're reading for the month of June and, you know, oh, this is how your twin's feeling and this is what the DM's up to and this is what the DF yeah, all good, guys. All good. But in all reality, it's keeping you locked in. What about living your life? How do you feel? You can relate to how the DM feels or the DF because it's you and you've experienced that at one point. It doesn't mean that that's what you're going to experience for that month, okay? I'm probably going to jump all over the place because I am all over the place when it comes to this, okay? But here's the deal, okay? I really want you to go back to that one person that you like, okay? I want you to click on a zodiac that you can't relate to, all right? One that's not yours, one that's not your twin flames, okay? I want you to go in. I want you to shut your eyes, and I want you to be in a quiet spot, and I want you to listen to this person talk. How they present themselves, how their energy feels. Do you like their character? Do you like who they are as a person? What kind of information are they really giving people? Okay? Think about it. I really want you to do that with some of your subscribers. Okay? Like I said, everyone has a bad day. But have you ever taken the time to vibe who you're listening to? Because there's a lot of dark souls that do tarot readings to keep you in the entrapment because the universe works off emotion. Okay? You got to be smart. A lot of people aren't going to like what I talk about today. I'm not going to lie to you. Okay? Because have you ever come across a tarot reader when she's reading, he or she is reading for you for that month, that week, that bi-weekly, however they do it. Okay? You know, oh, Sally's sitting in the corner. She's upset. She has anxiety. She can't sleep. She can't function. She might be drinking too much. And then you got Charlie on the other hand, and he's having fun and he's dating and he's doing X, Y, and Z. Have you ever heard one say, like, hey, How about you pick yourself up? How about you get yourself out of this energy? How about you don't need to be in this energy? How about you feel better? You know what they say? They break it down like, oh, like Sally's in the corner, Charlie's over here, vice versa. But it's okay, guys. It's okay, because guess what? You have this new opportunity coming in. You have this brand new opportunity of somebody coming in and offering you love. Okay? What? Like, oh, you got someone coming in, rushing in on that horse to offer you love, so you're gonna be good. I'd be like, whoa, slow down, buddy. Okay? Because let me clear up karma before I just bounce to the other relationship. Okay? Because that's why when court sees it, and I've said it plenty of freaking times, it doesn't matter. You have somebody coming in, but it doesn't matter because you're not clearing up freaking karma. If you don't clear up karma as you go, you're going to put yourself in the same scenario. So many people get into other relationships, or they think the grass is greener on the other side because one is way too much work and they don't have it in them. Okay? Or they want a distraction. Like with my client the other day, you break up that night, or the next night you go out and you meet someone new. How are you healing? How are you anything? Because I guarantee that same relationship it ends up being a freaking shit show. Does that person comfort you in other ways? Yeah, but I guarantee the two of those people, I mean, they're comics, guys. We have a soul twin. We have a twin flame. We have a twin soul. I'll break those down to you, okay? But like, how about you have a tarot reader? Like, God forbid, have you ever watched a tarot reader that said, let me tell you how to actually move on? Let me show you how to get out of this energy. Let me show you how to take care of yourself. So these tarot readers, if they watch this, they're going to be like, no. You want to know why? Because they're telling the story. Are they talking about energy? Yeah. Are they helping you? No. So you're watching all these people, and in all reality, they're not helping you. Are they telling you about the energy? Yes. But are they helping you? Are they guiding you? Because the last thing I heard was, oh, you're going to have a new offer. So it's okay, Sally, that you can't sleep. It's okay that you're stressed out. It's okay that you put on 20 pounds because you're stressy. It's okay that you lost 20 pounds because you're stressed and you're not eating. Like, where's the compassion that's part of this twin flame journey? Okay? It's difficult. Very, very difficult. Okay? I understand that. But when you vibe when you vibe anybody that you watch, when I told you to go to the other zodiac and go vibe this person, what do they sound like? How are they making you feel? Because you're not relating at this point. I want you to just listen to their energy, their voice, what they're talking about. Okay? What are you looking at? Are you looking at somebody, or are you just looking at a bunch of cards? Are you looking at a wall? What are you looking at? Okay, I understand why certain people don't want to put themselves out there, but at the same time, to me, it's like, why not? If you're fully awakened and you fully are passionate about what you do, it shouldn't matter what anybody thinks about you because you're fully awakened. I understand you might have a good job and you don't want people to see you, or people can question. There's lots of reasons. So I'm not saying just because you're not seeing somebody's face doesn't mean they're not legitimate. Okay, that's not what I'm saying with that. Take everything I'm saying as a grain of salt. Not everybody is going to agree with me. So I don't want comments left and right saying, well, I don't know how you can say this or say this. It's my opinion. Take my opinion if you enjoy it, if it makes sense to you. If it doesn't, there's no need to comment. If you're commenting negative things on my page, you're negative energy. I don't even want you on my channel. And I'm not saying that to be rude. I'm just saying, who are you to make comments like that? Like, you have no idea who you even are, and you're bitter, and you're sour, and you're salty, and there's no reason to put your vibe out there for all my other people that are enjoying what I'm saying. Okay? There's just no reason to bring other people down like that. It defeats the purpose of love and peace and freedom and plenty of stuff. Okay? So to me, it's real important that you vibe and who you're reading, who you go to see your readings. Like I said, everybody has a bad day, but there's a difference between ranting and raving and venting and being low on energy. It's a big difference. Okay, that's why I said please vibe who you're reading. Please limit down who you're listening to, because you're always going to make something resonate. And I know that for a damn fact, because I was obsessed with tarot when it came to me and my twin. That's how I learned tarot. That's how I learned my cards. Everyone's like, oh, that card in the beginning, that card doesn't mean that. Well, nobody says that anymore. But because I've proven it over and over, what it means to me. So when I throw it and I speak on it, Spirit already knows what it means to me. So I can clarify and prove it to you guys and break it down. I don't need to do that, but I'm just saying everybody reads differently. My twin literally came into my life and woke me up. Have I been waking up for 3 years? Hell yeah, I have. Okay. That's why I'm saying it's a journey. It's a process. But I need you to process what it is I'm saying and who you're listening to get yourself out of these situations. Because I haven't come across one tarot reader that says this is how you should get yourself out of the situation. Or I'm sorry, you know, you're feeling like that. You might get sorries because here and there because they're empaths, but like empathetic, and I get that. But are they really getting you out of the scenario? Are they trying to bring you into another direction? It's so frustrating when you have what is your DM up to? What is your divine feminine up to? You're not with them. So why do you want to know every single week what they're up to? Unless this person's physically trying to help you. I'm here to physically try to help you. I don't care if somebody new's coming in and there's a brand new offer. All right? That's not what it's about. You got to clear up karma, guys, in order to move on. Or you're going to repeat the same thing over and over and over. You want to do that and live your life like that? Then shame on you. All right? You're not going to get very far. All right? You're not. All right? So I really want you to vibe who you're subscribed to. It's that simple. Okay? I really want you to make sure, what are you trying to do? Make sure you're listening to somebody who has good vibes and you're feeling them, and you know, you're really, really, really relating. I can't stress how important it is that I really want you to relate to these people that you're listening to, that you're watching. Okay? Because I was disgusted going on this woman's channel and how she was talking and the energy she was giving out. And if nobody feels that, and you're just relating, but you're not feeling it, you're not feeling her vibe, that's a dark soul. That's trying to keep you trapped. There's reasons why twin flames are here and twin souls are here. I need you to understand. Oh, how do I know if this is my twin? I have previous videos on my page that will explain, you know, karmic twin flames, twin mates, soulmates, all that stuff. A soulmate is actually a twin soul. Okay, a lot of people call them soulmates. It's somebody you've had multiple lives with. It could be a child. It could be a parent. It could be a best friend. It's somebody you go to, you talk to, you have fun with, you confide in. You have that bond because every life you guys find a way to reconnect because the bond is there. All right, that's a soulmate. It's a twin soul. Okay, multiple lives. All right. So just be real careful on who you're watching, what kind of advice they're giving you, what it is you're taking from it. If you're sad and you're crying all the time, there's reasons for everything. Okay. I'm here to help you guys get out of certain energies and move forward. Okay. What people don't understand is once you meet your twin flame, you instantly break karma. And people are like, this bond, but no, Court, that makes no sense. It's true. Okay? Karma's broken. The bond that you feel, the connect that you feel is sexual. If you haven't had intimacy with your twin, then some of this video will apply to you, some of it will not. Okay? But it's that bond that keeps it alive. It's the desire. It's the magnitude, it's the magnet, it's how you get pulled, because at one point you guys were already together. So your souls were one. They were put back together, like magnetically. You know what I mean? So it's like, as you're separated, you're two different magnets in two different bodies with the same soul. So when they come back together, then that pull and that force is there. But it's no longer karma. The karma is cleared. Two twins are put on this earth, separate places, separate experiences. Could be financial. It could be love reasons. It could be all different reasons. But you and your twin are different because when you come together, you balance each other out. It's the yin and the yang. All right? You benefit from each other. You teach each other. So the tie you feel is sexual. It's magnetic. It's pulling. There's no more karma. Okay? I wrote some things down, so I'm gonna break it down. But like, when you meet your twin, it's an awakening. Okay? Like I said, it's one soul and two bodies. All right? And you feel that pull, you feel certain things because this person has awoken you. This person has left you in awe. This person has left you like, what the frig just happened? What is this? Why do I feel this way? Well, because your souls became one again. They reconnected. They united. So when people come into union, it's hard to break down. When people come into union, sometimes it's not even in the 3D, guys. It's not in the earthly realm. All right? That's why you see what you see on my board, because this is stuff you could have experienced in a past life, and it's relating to things now because you mirror each other. It's a lot. It is a lot. I can't break everything down in this one video. Okay? I will tell you that you chose to come back and be reincarnated to be with your twin. It's like, put it this way, before you met your twin, your soul leaves freely. It just lives freely. Like, happy-go-lucky, whether you're depressed or not, you're living freely, okay? Because there's no bond. There's nothing like that, okay? But it's like, it wakes you up from reincarnation. It's an awakening from reincarnation. So I don't know if you guys are aware of that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it really goes into depth, okay? So if you're crying a lot, you feel this intense thing, okay? This is why you guys want to get back together too, because it's like certain things will fade away. But the initial, after you meet your twin, it's sometimes people can go through like a cleansing and you don't even realize it. It's all past negative energy. It's karma being released. When you're crying unconsolably for months and months and you don't understand, it's karma being released from previous lives. Because I'm telling you, the minute you meet your twin flame, your karma is broken. It's other bonds that keep it alive. Okay? After you go through different awakenings, eventually you find your higher self. And that's why people want to be with their twins, because when your twins are together, you guys are your higher selves. You bring out your higher selves. That's where the comfortability comes in. That's where a lot of things come into play. Okay? but you really are, okay? Let me tell you something about nightmares too before I go any further. Did I write that down? Okay, nightmares, battles, demons, all the stuff you see in your dreams, okay? That's releasing past energy too, okay? That's going through a transformation. I know it seems scary and it doesn't make any sense, but that's literally releasing all karma and energy. So you can become who you truly are. Twin flames, sometimes in certain circumstances, they are ascended masters. They are archangels that come to this earth to help other people. And I never looked at myself like that, guys, until now, and I just got the goosebumps because I know. And it's still hard for me to process certain stuff, okay? This is baby steps for me too. I'm learning as I'm going. All right, but I'm real careful on what I take in and what I put out there. All right. So, just remember, when you can't sleep and you have nightmares, all this is just your energy trying to balance out. A lot of people wake up between, 2 and 4. All right, because that's when the veil of the world is the thinnest, and that's when you can become more of you. That's when your soul wants more out of what it is you're actually doing in this world. All right, it's like you're getting sucked in because they want to feed you information. Okay, it's going to be very hard for some people to believe, and certain stuff that I wrote down, I was like, this is some stuff I just kind of came across, but I knew it was stuff I should say because my intuition told me to. All right, so like with the whole ascended masters and archangels, and you're working with the higher people. Well, and then I just got the goosebumps because it actually just made sense to me. And I've told you guys plenty of times who I work with. I think when I started this video, I said that too. And I don't even know why I said it, but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's so many things I can break down. There's so many things that are like reality and scary, and why twins need to come together, and why sometimes you have an option and you don't. That's a big wake-up call. It's heartbreaking, actually. Why do I have to go through this? Why do I have a twin? Because in the beginning I was like, am I really being forced to be with my twin? It's not that we're being forced. It's for a higher purpose. It's to serve your higher self. It changes who you are, your outlook. It just benefits everybody. Angels are on this earth as human beings to help brighten people's days, to help them live, to help them find they're happy again, because you've had such horrible karma in certain situations in other lives that you don't know how to get through the next. And we don't want people to be in pain and have to go through certain things over and over. I can't believe I just said we don't want. See, this is a big wake-up call for me to do this video. It's true. Everybody needs a pick-me-up. I don't know how your past life went, or why you have to clear certain karma or the situations you're put in, because I don't know your past lives. I just know how to clear karma. Okay, and with your twin, when I say clear karma, the karma is already cleared, but it's certain bonds in the way. It's other karma that has nothing to do with your twin. All right, but it's the karma you have to go through in order to come into union with your twin, because it doesn't benefit you and your twin if you come into union and karma hasn't been cleared, because at that point no one's their higher self. Okay. I told you I'm gonna be all over the place. Okay, so when it comes to the twins too, but here's the thing: we're coming back into union with your twin. Like I said, time is cleared, okay? The background's cleared. When you come into union with your twin at that point, it's solely love and care for one another because you've been through a lot, okay? You still have a choice whether or not you want to be with this person. Are you kind of forced to have to go through the karma and all this other stuff? Yeah, but now that I've awakened, like fully awakened, and I'm sure I'm going to have to do a lot more of that, it is freaking mind-blowing. All of you guys have the ability to fully awaken if you know and recognize your twin. There's a reason. Literally picture yourself as like, you're an angel. You're an angel. You're a master. You have wisdom. You're here to help and guide. It's not, oh, I have a twin. And it's the love. It is the strongest love. It is, because it's one soul in two different bodies. When we're created and reincarnated, they divide us as a masculine and a feminine. And then they send us off to find our purpose so we can help other people. And sometimes people never find their purpose, okay? They never find certain stuff. You can't, it's all divine with twins, guys. Like, you're destined to be together. They want you together. And if you're not, if you don't come into union, a majority of them come into union, guys, okay? But some of them don't, because if the other one just fights it, and regardless of the divine working on it, there's only so much you can force and do and have somebody see. There's only so many times you can awaken somebody before they fully recognize. There's only so many things. It still has to be control, your own mind control. It still has to be free will, because when you come together, like I said, it's because it's that the strongest. It is that strong love. Okay, it's magnetic love. All right, but that's because our soul was separated. So when you come into union, but then you separate again, it's getting pulled back together. There's a reason for that, because they want you together. You serve you serve each other. You not serve each other like that, but you serve your highest good. You know what I mean? Like, you both have different qualities, so you both continue to learn and help other people in different ways. Okay. I will tell you, I'm not good at like going off what I write down, but there's certain stuff I knew I write down, and I knew it was very important to talk about. Okay. I talked about the different energies. Okay. Let me break down the twin soul real quick. This is somebody you've had several lives with. It's a soulmate. Some people feel it's intuitive. You know. Oh, you're my soulmate. You know. Okay. Whether it's a friend, lover, I broke that down already. But it's like you choose to come back together because you guys have such that bond that you want to be there for each other again. You want to have that friend. All right, why you go through certain things. All right. The twin flame, I've already explained that. It's the same soul. All right. It's the same energy. It was just split from source and divided into two. Like I said, the masculine and the feminine, and then you enter the world. Okay. But when the two of them come back together, it's a great union. It's a great force. I can't even explain it, especially when you're both awakened, okay? But you're brought into this world to reunite, okay? It's a soul contract. Like I said, a lot of them are archangels. They're masters. You're brought here into human form. I know it sounds nuts, guys. I know. All right, but the connection is nuts, all right? So there's got to be a reason for the connection, right? So I'm breaking it down, all right? But you're here to serve each other, all right? Your higher purpose. It's so important to understand that you guys anchor each other, okay? And they want you to fulfill each other and anchor each other because it raises your frequency, all right? It makes you become who you are, who you want to be, what you want to do, all right? I know it's that strong love is painful, guys. I get it, okay? Here's another thing. Summer solstice coming up. All right, that's when if you haven't met your twin yet, you will. All right, like you will. All right, or a lot of the twins are gonna come back together around summer solstice because it's a time for balance. It is time to balance out the energies for those who haven't been in union. Okay, there's certain times of certain years for all that to come together. Um, there's a lot to be said. All right, and I haven't even gotten to the questions yet, and I'm already at 38 minutes. So it's pretty mind blowing to know that when you meet your twin and you come into union, your souls reconnect, that karma is broken. All right, but the bond you're feeling is sexual. Okay, it's magnetic. It pulls you, but it also pulls you because you guys are one soul that were divided. So you know there's a reason. You can feel the connection. You just don't know why. All right, you don't know how to deal with it because you've never felt it. You can't understand it. Why am I always crying? Why am I always sad? Why can't I pull away? You can. You can. But the bond will still always be there, guys, because the divine want you together. All right, you benefit. You benefit each other. Okay. It's learning to live with it because one soul, well, it's hard because you share a soul. So it's like it's supposed to be a battle because it clears. You have to get rid of all the negative energy that follows you. Okay, comes your way. All right. I understand the difficulty behind it and how hard it is. All right. So I'm going to have to break some of that down, obviously. I'll get to the questions. Okay. But I want you to understand the basics. I want you to understand who you're listening to, who you're getting readings from. Because in all reality, you have the, knowing, you have the wisdom. Chances are you're a master ascendant, your angels, I mean, it's beautiful. Okay. So it's working with that. You should feel blessed to be a twin flame. As much as it sucks sometimes, but if you really fully understand why we're here and who we are, it's beautiful. Okay, we are here to make this earthly world a better place. All right, because it needs to be a better place, and you feel so connected too because a lot of twins are already together in the 5D in certain dimensions, guys. That's a whole nother freaking story, and I don't know way too much about that, so I'm not gonna get into too much. There's only certain stuff I wrote down that I felt comfortable writing down that came to me because I knew certain stuff had to be said, and I don't know if I definitely agree with all of it because I wrote it down. It's a comfortability thing, but it's still eye-opening to me. It really is. Okay. And now I understand a little bit better why I'm here and what it is I'm doing and why I feel so passionate about what it is I do and how I want to direct people. And it's all out of love. I just want everyone to be happy to find themselves. I don't, we're supposed to come together, but when you're not together and the other person doesn't wake up, that can take years, months. It can take a long time. A lot of twins don't get together until later on in life. Okay, so you could be, if you're 20 something, unless you're a really old soul, I feel bad. And to be all reality, I don't really come across too many of them. All right, that are like that. There's a big difference between comics and twin flames. Like, you guys have to do the research. Okay, that's a whole nother video for me, but a lot of you are like, how do I know? Well, if you really don't know yet if it's your twin flame, you're not fully awakened. That means you're fighting some transition. You're fighting things, or you don't want to accept certain things. And when you do that, the divine's going to come at you, and other things in your life are going to come crashing down. And you're not going to understand why, and you're going to hit rock bottom, and you're like, it doesn't make any sense. It does, though. It does, because you're not awakening. You chose to come back, and I understand you're here now. And for me, it was like, I didn't choose this. This is bullshit. You mean they have control over this, X, Y, Z? You gotta accept it sometimes. What else are you gonna do? All right, you can still believe what you want to believe, or word things the way you need to word things so you understand it more, so you can process it. Because when I was trying to process all this, I was upset. You know, and I even said, like, what do you mean my twin doesn't have a choice? Well, yeah, they have a choice, but at the same time, you guys didn't have a choice to meet, to come back, to have your souls reunite. You didn't, that wasn't your choice. You chose that in another world, but like in this world, when you come in and you're divided and you meet again, is it your choice to come together or meet or bump into each other or meet each other on a dating website, wherever you meet each other? Yeah, it's your choice to meet up, but it's because it's a physical attraction. There's some kind of something you feel right off the bat that you can't explain. And let me tell you this, and it's going to sound so freaking nuts. I think the second time the twin came to my house, this is the first or second time. I think it was the second time, and I looked right in his eyes and I said to him, and I said, and this is before he even woke me up. And I looked right in his eyes and I said, right now is not the time. And he's like, what do you mean? He kind of like chuckled. He's like, yeah. And I was like, nah. I said, there's something between us. I said, but right now is not the time. Yeah, with that smug look. Like, get over here and kiss me. You know what I mean? Like, and I freaking knew it. I knew it. And I hadn't even been awakened yet. But the fact that we came together, we were in my house, the fact, it's crazy. I already knew. I didn't know exactly who he was, but I knew he was meant to be in my life. And I knew it wasn't the time. And then I think about it 2 years later, a year later, and I'm like, holy shit, like, I still think about it here and there, and it's like, oh, only if I listened to myself, I wouldn't have went through all this shit. But here's the deal, you have to. It's unavoidable. So let's try to work through it. All right? That's why I'm here. That's why all the other readers, I got upset when I was like, they don't try to get you through it. They just tell you what energies they're in. But be real careful, like I said, there's dark souls out there that want to keep you in certain vibrations because it benefits the shadow side. But you can't have the shadow without the light. It's the yin and the yang. It's the same thing, guys. You just have to learn how to work with it. Okay? It's a whole nother video. All right? Are we biting on that? But that just goes to show that sometimes your intuition it tells you what you know. All right? And I look back at certain things, like the last time me and my twin were intimate, it was like an awakening. It was like everybody calls it different things, but the passion, the intimacy was so intense, in that instantly he became the runner and I became the chaser, because it was like, whoa. And he hugged me that morning, and his soul, our soul, like his soul, not me, but his soul knew that he wasn't coming back for a while. All right. And was it heartbreaking when I finally started realizing things and recognizing things and really putting it together? Yeah, because it was that type of hug. All right. It was that type of hug where our souls knew it wasn't time yet. We hadn't learned certain lessons. So, you know, it's I get how hard this is, guys. All right? I absolutely understand 100%. All right? Absolutely. It is tough. All right? But you can and you will work through it. All right? Because I want you to be happy. All right? But it's just, it is beautiful. All right? If you think about the beautiful moments that you guys have shared, they're very passionate, and it is an unconditional type of love. All right. You do come to certain points where you want to leave and you can't leave, or this person's always on your mind. That's the magnetic pull. That's the energy. All right, so you got to learn how to work with that. We'll all awaken on our own time, in our own way. Whether some people, no, you know when you're awakened. I was gonna say maybe you don't know, but that's when you're going through all this icky. That's going through transformations, and a lot of people don't accept transformations, or they go through it, but yet they didn't learn from it. They didn't take anything out of it. And they repeated the same thing. So then you go through it all over again. All right, when you can hear the divine, it freaks people out sometimes. And that was like one thing I said, like, I don't know if I want to hear you. Like, I don't know if I can handle that. And then one day I sat down and I thought to myself, well, what's scarier? Hearing somebody or knowing that they kind of have control over what they kind of can lead you in the way and have control of what it is you say when you talk? I think I'd rather hear somebody, but it's like, I don't know. I don't know. And then I was like, man, well, what am I, a freaking puppet? Like, is that control like that? It's not like that, though. Once you come to terms, once you fully awaken, once you can clearly understand and grasp things, it's beautiful. All right? They don't, no. Energy the universe has control. It's that simple. I want to say they don't, but they do. All right? They do. It's the universe. It's energy. They have control, but they can take your life. They can give you life, but they want the twins to come together, not trying to pull us apart and wreck our lives. All right? Everything, when all this tragedy, all this stuff happens, it's all karma. It's all stuff we're supposed to learn from, and what we don't. Okay? Put ourselves in the same situations, and it is what it is. All right? It is what it is. You can either work with it or not. And some people, I have clients, like, I have my own free will. Yeah, everybody has. They want it to come down so you have your own free will. Because like I said, when you meet your twin, the karma is broke, okay? Then it's a matter of love and caring and unconditional trust and compassion. It's a lot of things. All right, but it's true love. I think everybody, I want a twin flame because it's the strongest love you can have. And it's true, and it is, and it's powerful. But you're here to serve a purpose. It's more than just intimacy. It's more than just a connection. Okay? That's why you have the runner and the chaser. Someone's scared shitless, and the other one was like, whoa, that was amazing. Gimme. So it's like, and I said to myself for the longest time, like, I love my twin, but do I even like my twin? Do I even know my twin like that? Like, am I even going to like them? All right, so there's a lot to consider. Of course I'm going to like my twin, but I'm just saying, when you go through all these things, you can't understand what it is and why it is and why it is you feel. And are you really going to come up here, Max? So I get it. It's hard. All right, so go vibe who you're watching. Be careful what you're taking in, what kind of advice you're getting. Okay? Because all that keeps you stagnant. All that keeps you in a state of mind that is no good. Okay? Remember, there's dark and light. You need them both. It's what you want to do and how you live your life and how you choose to live your life and what you want to believe in and what you don't want to believe in. All right? There's so many different beliefs. All right? But in all reality, it does boil down to you have this connection, so why? Why do we have the connection? So you got to find a belief. Okay? I can do so much damn research where it's like all different beliefs and why, but the bottom line is why we come together is to find our higher purpose. Okay? And it was crazy when I heard, like, a lot of the twin flames are, archangels and ascended masters, and it's mind-blowing, and you just don't recognize it. Okay? Because you're human just like everybody else until you realize, like, that it's something bigger than what you thought it was or how you feel. Okay. And I think it's beautiful that we're here to help and encourage and motivate other people, because this world is a freaking shit show to the point where after devastation, like, I can't believe I had 4 babies. What if something happened? I got 2 freaking hands. Scary. All right. And I tell my kids, and it's not that I don't want lots of grandbabies, but just like have 1 or 2 kids. Like, don't do what mom did. Like, I knew from a young age, from a mom, I knew I was gonna be a mama of a lot of kids. And I had no problem telling my boyfriends that, and I probably scared them away. Not that it was meant to have them, but like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I knew I was going to be a ma. Did I know I was doing this? No, but I also look back and my intuition and dreams and all these things, and how I came into certain stuff, and now I'm like, holy shit. Like, it's like my intuition has always been on point. It's just a matter of listening to your intuition and acknowledging your intuition. All right. So you should feel really blessed to be a twin flame. You should want to know what it is. You should want to pursue what it is. You want to know these things because you want to know why you feel the way you feel and why you're connecting the way you're connecting. And think of the beauty in it. Put the pain aside and think of the beauty and the purpose and why you're here. Think of how incredibly special you are and what the true meaning of being a twin flame is. It's freaking phenomenal. I mean, I'm blessed. Did it take a long time to figure it out? Yeah, but like, holy shit. Like, it's still mind-blowing to me. With this awakening I had, you have to be open to have it. And I've been open, and I've gone through my ups and downs, and I've gone through releasing, and I've gone through transformations. And a transformation and an awakening is a big difference. And then depending on how much of an awakening you get is mind-blowing. Do I still love my twin to pieces? Of course I do. Do I need to be with them? No. I no longer feel like I have to, like it's a need or a want. Do I know we benefit each other? Do I know there's a reason why we are together? There's, I mean, a reason why we should be put together, and why we should come into this and try to figure it out? Absolutely. But I also have learned self-worth. I've learned a lot of things along the way. And until certain twins reach certain pivot points in their life, and they don't and until they recognize that, you can't come into union properly and be successful. Okay, so that's why everyone's like, oh, my twins with that comic. It's actually a good thing because they're still learning lessons. If they're with a comic, they're with a comic. And I know it sucks and it's painful because you don't understand why. How do you not feel this? Why does your heart not ache like this? Well, they have a way of shutting stuff down when you become a runner and a chaser. All right, but eventually it all comes together. You know, it is what it is. So in the meantime, why are we all going to sit here in sorrow and pity certain situations, or pity yourself, or not want to change, or not want to motivate, or not want to go in a different direction because your twin's not with you? I understand you feel like that twin needs to be with you because of that magnetic pull and who you are and what your purpose is. So I get that. But you have to be able to know that you can, until your twin's ready, it's time for you to be happy. There's no point in dwelling. If this one's with a comic, or that one's with a comic, or this one, won't leave me alone, and this, there's no point in trying to figure it out anymore. Stop trying to figure it out. The divine is working on it. The divine has a plan. And it took me a long time to figure that out. And I didn't figure it out until I really had an awakening. Well, I figured it out, but not until, I haven't truly figured it out until like recently. Like, where now I really get, and I've always gotten it. I know I keep saying it because I always got it and I understood, but now when you're fully awakened and you accept it, you truly understand. There's a big freaking difference when you pull that card and it says, you know, like, worth waiting for. All right, I get it now. All right, or it's all part of a divine sheet. Like, I get it. All right, and it's like patience, letting things happen naturally. I get it now. Even though I got it before, I truly get it. So if my twin wants to go gallivanting and do XYZ, have fun. All right, have fun. Figure it out. You know what I mean? Just figure it out because it's a purpose. But if you don't figure it out, then so be it. Because I'm at one. I found my higher self. You don't need anybody to complete you ever. Do you want that love and you crave it because you got that bond, you got that magnetic pull, you have the intimacy, you have all these XYZ? Absolutely. But you don't need it. And now I understand why it's the universal, it's love, and it's why it gets fed off emotions with energies, and I get it. I get it now. I didn't get it before, like I get it now, if that makes sense. So that's why I can say move on, and I know it's a process, guys. It's not easy. But you can do it. And the reason why you haven't been able to do it yet is because you haven't fully awakened. You're fighting transformations. You're fighting different transitions. You're fighting it because you don't want to leave something behind that you feel such a pull to. But until you learn certain lessons, you can't come together with your twin. You and your twin are always going to come back together. Regardless. You will. You will. Whether you're together as friends or lovers, you will always come back into union. It's just a matter of what approach you take. So meanwhile, while you're sitting around waiting, wouldn't you rather be happy and not worry about an outcome? That person wants to do that person wants to be with that person. Let that person be with that person. Because when you stop chasing, it's like an instant like wake-up call for them. And I know it can sound manipulative, but it's not. It's just the reality. You stop chasing because you found yourself. Now all of a sudden they come to you because the magnetic pole is turned because they're like, whoa, what just happened? Where'd my energy go? We've been feeding into these manipulative situations and scenarios, and we've allowed it, and they suck our energy. And they feed off of it. Why we deplenish and they gain, and it's like you don't realize it, but it's actually happening. Okay, but by me feeding my twin my energy every day for 3 months, he was probably a cocky son of a bitch. Like, yeah, you know what I mean? Why I'm over here crying and upset and can't figure out why I'm the only one having this spiritual relationship. Don't do that anymore. Don't waste your energy on something you can't fix. The divine has it. It's out of your hands. It's out of your control. You can't fix it. You can't. You can't. It's on them. So when they awaken in their time, then they awaken. When you awaken on your time, you awaken. Then you guys can come together. But until then, you can't. And my computer's dying. So let's take a break. All right? And we'll come back to things. I literally want you to get up and stretch and kind of comprehend what I've been saying, because I know it's a lot to take in, guys. I really do. And it is all about belief, and but all these people, they're spiritual, but yet, or they're religious, and it doesn't matter what religion you are. We all work off universal energy. We all work off the universe, no matter who you pray to. Okay? So if you're, like I've said before, it seems crazy to me too that, you're spiritual, you have one belief in spiritualism, but you can't believe in another. Like, that's like me and my twin. Like, sometimes I don't get it. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. But that's not for me to figure out. Like, that's for, it's not. You can either compromise or you can't. Okay? Like, you got this belief and I got this. Like, so be it. Like, all good. Believe in what you want to believe in, okay? But that doesn't mean you guys can't be together just because you have differences or you don't see things the same way. You know? It's just they have a different purpose. Your purpose is to come together and to help certain things and to find your higher self. Yes, but different purposes. Okay? Obviously to benefit other people, and it is what it is. To me, everything's universal. It doesn't matter what you believe in. All right? Just you find your belief, what you're comfortable with believing and thinking and absorbing. And when you do that, you're going to become more comfortable with your scenario. You got to be real careful where you're getting your info too. That's what I'm saying. Like, what feels right to you is what's right. Please remember who you are. You're more than just a twin flame. All right? Like, you're sent here. So, there's a lot, okay? There's a lot. And we're already an hour in and I didn't even get to the questions, okay? But everything that I've just talked about was real important in this journey. Like, everything that I just said should be real beneficial. Like, more than a majority of half of you should understand now why you still feel like this connect. But we still have to talk about, like, how to just move on, all right? But we'll talk about it. All right, so I really literally want you to get up, grab a bite to eat. All right, grab some water, grab some coffee, grab some tea, stretch. If you're at work, come back to this in a little while. All right. I want you to really absorb what I said about, who you're vibing, who you're listening to, who's keeping you around, who's keeping you locked in certain sites, and it can be mind blowing. Okay, trust me, I know I've been there. I'm telling you what's beneficial for you. All right, because I guarantee there's not one freaking twin flame reader out there that is going to teach you how to take care of yourself and find you in order for certain things to come in. All right? No. It's all about, this is what this one's thinking, but this is what this one's thinking. But hey, here comes a new opportunity, so don't you worry. Don't you worry. Hope you guys have figured that out by now, okay? And I know a lot of you have, because I get multiple freaking emails all the time. Like, I've been watching you for 2 months, 3 months, and you have changed my life. You've made me see things that I thought I could never see. And I don't understand why there's not more people like you trying to break things down and this, and this. Because there's dark and there's light. It's whatever you're drawn to. It all depends on your energy and being able to shift your energy. All right? But you always have your dark and your light. All right, but if you're staying in the negative low energy, then that's on you, because you're fighting transitions and transformations, okay? But you figure that out slowly too. When I do my readings, guys, I'm trying to give you good information, positive information to help you. Okay, when you see their energy, and what some people don't understand too, when their energy's on the board, that can be referencing a past life, and I know I've said that, but that's how they feel. And it can also reference the 5D, because you guys, a majority of you are already together in the 5D, and you're like, and then you realize that, and you're like, freaking son of a bitch, and then you get so pissed off because you're like, that's not good enough. I want it in the 3D. That's not gonna cut it. I get it, because it's the way we're conditioned. All right, there's a lot. That's not even going to be part of this video. All right, but it's eye-opening, and that's what happens when you awaken. It doesn't mean one person's better than the other. Nope. We're literally here to help people, nurture people, show people what love is, what compassion is, how to get through things, how to motivate yourself, regardless of your belief. It's still the steps that have to be taken to get to where you want to be. Okay? Regardless of what type of level you want to be on, but you do, being a twin flame, you do have a purpose. And if you can't find it, you're going to struggle. And other aspects of your life are going to come crashing down. Because the universe is going to make real damn sure that other things come crashing down until you start realizing things. Okay? Let's just take a break. Go stretch. I'll be back.